Vending machine error reveals secret face imaging database of college students. God, what a fun headline. So let's get into this. This is a scandal, and it started when a student using the alias SquidKid47 posted an image on Reddit showing a campus vending machine error message in vending facial recognition app.executable, displayed after the machine failed to launch a facial recognition application that nobody expected to be part of the process of using a vending machine. God, what a way to start a story. But it gets deeper. So the Reddit post sparked an investigation from a fourth-year student named River Stanley, who was writing for a university publication. Stanley sounded alarm after consulting Avenda sales brochures that promised the machines are capable of sending estimated ages and genders of every person who used the machines without ever requesting consent. Stanley discovered that Canada's privacy commissioner had years ago investigated a small shopping mall operator called Cadillac Fairview after discovering some of the mall's informational kiosks were secretly using facial recognition software on unsuspecting patrons. Only because of that official investigation did Canadians learn that over 5 million non-consenting Canadians were scanned into Cadillac Fairview's database. Where Cadillac Fairview was ultimately forced to delete the entire database, Stanley wrote that the consequences for collecting similarly sensitive facial recognition data without consent for Invenda clients like Mars, aka the vending machine I assume, remain unclear. A University of Waterloo spokesperson eventually responded, confirming that the school had asked to disable the vending machine software until the machines could be removed. Students said that their confidence in the university's administration was shaken by the controversy, and some students claimed on Reddit that they attempted to cover the vending machine's cameras while waiting for the school to respond using gum or post-it notes. One student pondered whether there are other places the technology could be used on campus. Adaria Vending Services said that what's most important to understand is that the machines do not take or store any photos or images, and an individual person cannot be identified using the technology in the machines. The technology acts as a motion sensor that detects faces, so the machine knows when to activate the purchasing interface, never taking or storing images of customers. These machines are fully GDPR compliant and are in use in many facilities across North America, is what their official statement is. And they also say they do not collect any data about its users and does not have any access to identify users of these M&M vending machines. I actually, to some extent, believe them. I think that there is no probably internet connection and they're not necessarily sending off this user data. But I think the whole premise of this is insane. And all it takes is a switch, and this story could have definitely read as the company could have just rolled this out with the internet connected device. So I don't know. I feel like it's very easy to disprove what they're claiming, and they wouldn't claim it if it wasn't true. But the whole story is just so dystopian and ridiculous and absolutely bad in my eyes.
I don't believe them because, we cover this in data breaches all the time, that companies will, no, we didn't have a breach. And then it's not until bro, we confirmed this is real data on somebody's dark website. And they're like, oh, okay, fine, we had a breach. But no financial data was stolen. Oh, there's credit card numbers. Okay, fine, credit cards were stolen. We see companies do this stuff all the time.
I agree, but they don't normally say something crazy like, we don't even collect the data and it doesn't even get submitted anywhere. It's just, and it does make sense.
It does make sense, and it's possible that they are telling the truth, but I'm just so used to companies lying until they have no choice that I just assume they're lying.
Right. And I'm with you. Again, I'm not going to be surprised if next week we get an update story where they straight up come forward and say, well, maybe we did collect this for
now that you reverse engineered our database that ended up on whoever took over after Lockbit's website. Yeah, for sure.